Have you ever wondered how our perceptions of safety have changed over time? Dr. Hwa A Lim, a highly regarded speaker and author of 18 books on biotechnology and healthcare, has some compelling perspectives on this. He proposes that as societies and nations grow wealthier, the luxury of safety becomes a more significant concern. For instance, the potential for 100,000 deaths from a pandemic today is less acceptable than it was half a century ago. However, he cautions against the madness of crowds phenomenon, where the independence of expert judgments might lead to collective wisdom, or conversely, create a herd. Dr. Lim also explores the impact of academic training on experts' independence. He argues that experts, shaped by years of specialized, intensive training, often share a common way of thinking, which could lead to collective errors, as seen in the response to COVID-19. The concept of information cascades, commonly seen in business, is another area of concern for Dr. Lim. He uses the example of a group of managers discussing a new retail store. Despite initial reservations, they all eventually agree on the venture based on the first manager's optimistic outlook. When the store fails, they remember their initial doubts. This, he explains, is a classic example of an information cascade. Dr. Lim also highlights the importance of error visibility. He suggests that by making common recommendations, no one signals below average investment acumen. He provocatively suggests that businesses and economies need to encourage occasional deviations from the norm, rewarding contrarian investors and thinkers for their unique insights. He then asks, does the policy response to COVID-19 reveal herding? He discusses how the policies involved, such as business and school closings and stay-at-home orders, have their critics. Yet he suggests that if these measures were adopted after debate, it indicates that decision-makers found them promising. Scene script. Dr. Lim also brings attention to the bias towards action in the US, exacerbated by the 24-hour news cycle and real-time tallies of COVID-19 cases and deaths. He contrasts this with the highly visible job losses that result from these measures. He concludes by noting the irony of our inability to observe the deaths prevented by a lockdown, which might make the benefits of such measures appear larger than they are. In summary, Dr. Lim's arguments provide a thought-provoking exploration of safety perceptions, expert independence, information cascades, and the visibility of errors. His insights challenge us to think differently about how we respond to crises and the value of contrarian thinking.